In this video clip, we see how the sensitivity analysis in decision tree works using a precision tree. We use a fairly complex example. We consider the option of 3 houses on 3 different locations. So we can ignore the details. Here we have different factors or variables affecting the net annual cost. So here we consider 8 variables: interest rate, also down payment, tax rate, property tax rate, homeowner's insurance, repair and upkeep cost, monthly rent, and month occupied. So we want to see how these variables affect the decision. So using decision tree, within precision tree, we can create here a decision tree. So be careful here in our setting. For calculation, we choose minimum payoff. By default is maximum. Here we want to find one house with the minimum net annual cost. So I already typed everything in this tree. Here we can right-click the decision node, go to Node Analysis, Sensitivity Analysis. Here we can, when we firstly open the option, we will see nothing here. Here we can add the 8 variables one by one. Here, for example, if we see the setting for B3, click Edit, we can see the cell reference B3 for down payment, and we can specify the label. Automatic, it will use the name down payment, or we can manually type. The base value is the default value. We can use the current sale value, $45,000. And here, regarding the variation method, we can use percentage change, or actual change, or actual minimum and maximum. Here I used the actual minimum and maximum. Minimum 30,000, maximum 70,000, using 11 steps. And click OK. So we can manually use all these 8 variables. Here we can use a one-way sensitivity. We can check the results for sensitivity graph, strategy region, tornado graph, and spatter graph. Here we can place report in new workbook, or uncheck it to place the report in the same workbook. Either way is fine. We click OK to see what happens. Take some time to run. A few seconds. Yeah. Here we have many reports. We can go back to the beginning. The first one, sensitivity B4, is about the cell B4 for interest rate. It shows for the best option for the house with minimum cost, how interest rate affect the cost. Here the cost increases with interest rate. Next, the cost increases with repair and upkeep cost. Property tax rate. Here the tax rate will reduce the deduction, so we'll reduce the net cost. Here we see the C7 is for rental or rental income. Here we see some change at this point. Here, this is because the optimal choice changes. So in the earlier, no impact, but after a certain point, if we have higher rental, the net cost will decrease. and so on. We see different impact, down payment, insurance, month occupied. Here is compare the different strategies. So we can see the best option with minimum cost is to go through the house on the Astoria Street, and it shows how interest rate affect all the three houses, and so on. You can see them one by one. They are pretty consistent, but here with their rental, we can see the decision changes at certain point. So when the rental is relatively low, the optimal approach is the Astoria Street, but when the rental is high enough, the optimal choice goes to the house on Charlotte Street. Here is the tornado graph. It shows the sensitivity of the best options cost to different variables. We can see the best options cost is most sensitive to interest rate, following by repair and upkeep cost, and so on. And the scatter graph kind of combine the sensitivity analysis for each variable. It shows the cost of the best option changes with each variable. In another video, I will show two-way sensitivity analysis involving two variables at a time.